Hi, and welcome back. Excuse the hair and everything else, and the sun that's coming in behind me. This week we are working on that large chip dump that we had last week because of the winds. I want to show you, we have about a quarter of this left to clean up and show you what we're doing with it. That is about a quarter of what was left over from all those chips and the chunks. Now what we're doing is we're taking the viable logs that we can use and lining this right here because it does flood into our yard. We're going to use that as kind of like a barrier, you know, because this all this was free. I ordered this 3 years ago and we finally got it. The lawn will recover because whenever we had the dirt last year, I think it was last year or the year before, that big dirt dump that we had, we spread it all over this side of the yard to help regrow some of this grass, and it worked wonderfully. But this is what we have left. I do need to get a lot of these chunks over there for the garbage people to pick up whenever it's time to pick that up. I think they do it once a month. And I don't care about that grass over there. That is where we put all the bulk stuff for the garbage. I do need to clean up all the weeds out here. There's a lot of chickweed, but in the middle of some of this chickweed, there's cilantro. Maybe a little bit of parsley too. So I need to be really careful. Actually, I'm probably just going to pick what's growing here and demolish the entire thing, because this is a lot of chickweed. I do want to grab some of this for some rolls. This has a butt ton of iron and vitamin C in it. Or chop it fresh, put it in rice, put it in, you can make rolls with it. So that way you can, fortify your supplements with iron and vitamin C. It will help stimulate red cell blood growth and iron deficiencies. And here's what we've been doing in the back of our shed. We had to move all this to be able to do this, but there is a slope back here. As you can see, we're not done yet. This is going to be all like bulbs and flowers. I'm not going to put any vegetables back here because the dog likes to dig. But all of this right here, we have that as a leveling thing, levels to the bricks. But if you look at the slope and how much of a dip there is right here, we're trying to eliminate that and clean all that up back there, because it's wasp season and they're starting to nest in certain places that we don't want them to nest. And there's my compost ball that we're still trying to compost. So we have a lot of work to do. So we'll get some of that done today. We're not going to be able to finish all this on one day. So let's get chipping. I've doubled the pile over there. It hasn't even been an hour. Did you bring out the watch? What time is it? 9:30. This 30 minutes. It just took 30 minutes. Ow. Well, that was fun. Let's not do that again. You can tell I've got red dots here. I've got red dots on my arm. This is what fire ants do to me. If I didn't have Zyrtec in my system from last night, they may have been even bigger. Because I am severely allergic to fire ants. I had a couple years worth of allergy shots to be able to help with my reactions. So that's also contributing to this not being a golf ball sized bite at this moment. But I did have to, you know, hop in the shower because they were in my shirt and going into my shorts. So we'll try this again in a little bit. If anything gets worse, this is going to be a short video. I'll let you know. It's the next day. I've been drugged up. Took some Benadryl. Now, not all the welts went away. I have some on my neck. If you can see that, that's, you know, I've got some on my arms. It will go away eventually. I've had a lot worse than this, and I have wound up in the emergency room because of this. At least these did not well up to be basketball-sized welts, which I've had before. So that's a good thing. So that wiped me out. I am going to make some Instapot tacos and call it a weekend. Let's get that done. I am just cutting up some pork, putting it in the Instapot. You can cut it however you want. I'm going to make them into more like strips than anything else. These are pretty chunky strips. Now for the marinade that we're going to do the meat in, we have been soaking one of the Perla peppers. We're going to add a little bit of water to that, about a half a cup. 1 whole onion. Garlic. I'm going to add about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more. And we want to blend this up before we put any of the spices in here. After this, you want to put it in the Instapot. 2 packets of the sazon. This is kind of like all... Dang it. Try that again. This is kind of like a all over seasoning spice type thing. It's got like basil and garlic powder, onion powder, peppers. Okay, we're going to add about a tablespoon of oregano. Okay, some coriander. I'm adding seeds because I don't have any crushed. It'll be fine. About 1.5 teaspoons to 2 teaspoons depending on your taste. Now in this batch I am going to add some orange peel to this to give it a little bit of a sweetness and a zest to it. About a teaspoon. I want to say a teaspoon. Mix this all up, and we're going to pressure cook this on the meat setting until done, and then we get to break out a can of beans, put all this on a tortilla, and call it dinner. While we have dinner cooking, we did get a little bit more done. We didn't get that much more done. We got some more loads in the back here, and I replanted the my iris bulbs, and somebody dug again back here. I wonder who that could be. Yes. Uh-huh. We'll figure it out. Every time we put a fence up, she figures out that she can hop the fence. She hasn't figured out that she can hop the property fence yet. But every time we pull up into the driveway, she's there hopping over the 4-foot fence, just going up and down, not actually going over the fence. So she hasn't figured that out yet. When she does figure that out, we're all in trouble. As you can see, it is very windy today. There has been fires in Oklahoma and North Texas. We're hoping that the winds calm down so we can take care of that. My car it rained about 2 o'clock this morning. But it was very brief, enough to put dust all over everything. But we did get a lot of this done. I still have some of the smaller stuff over here left to take up, and we doubled the size of what is going out. I now will be taking lots of precautions to be able to get the rest of this wood done. Thank you for joining. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.